What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. As you know, I had to check out my brother over on the 5150 podcast. He did happen to roast me up, not this week, but on my intro.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson.
Shout out to brother Corey Holcomb. I'm very fond of our brother. But he talked about certain things here in the industry. He's been bringing that out. And one of those things is how Hollywood works. This is one of the reasons why you see a lot of us in black media, black social media, be very independent of that. Whether it's brothers who have more notoriety like Tariq and Corey Holcomb, and guys that maybe just started in the last decade like me. We're independents, right? So we're building our own fan base, our own name, grassroots, things like that. Corey Holcomb is another person that didn't want to go that route. Monique is a person that did go that route and was blackballed out of that route and kind of is a tweener. She goes in and out, in and out. She falls out and goes back into Netflix and things like that. So anyways, there was an issue with her and Kevin Hart on Club Shay Shay. Now, she accuses him of pretending to be on her side to help her do something, and he did not come through for her at that particular time. I'd like to play that clip here, and then I'm going to come back.
Kevin manager David Becky said, I called Kevin Hart immediately. I said, hey, baby, we just got off the phone with Endemol, and they said Dave Becky called them up and said, you don't want anything to do with me. He said, Mo, that's a miscommunication. I can tell you right now. I said, wait a minute. Are you okay, though, with this white man calling them up? Getting in between our relationship after something you said. He said, Mo, that's a miscommunication, and we're going to talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication. That was 2 years ago. If you talk to him, I talk to him. I've never talked back to Kevin Hart again. So that's what we're faced with. When you allow somebody to come in between a relationship with a woman that you said, I'm like your mother. You said I'm like these things. I didn't ask you for that. So everything that baby was saying sitting here, everything he was saying was on the up and up, because when you hear people say, get the anger out your heart. Oh, man, no one's saying he's lying.
Now, this is interesting because Corey Holcomb just received a compliment from her husband, Sidney Hicks, but Corey Holcomb is fond of Kevin Hart. They're close friends. And I see the comments. People say that, some of the things that Corey Holcomb is doing on the show, he calls out certain other comedians, but for whatever reason, he doesn't really come after Kevin Hart. I'm not sure as to why that is or if he has not before, but it appears that Corey Holcomb, Kevin Hart were close friends way before Kevin Hart got famous. I've heard Corey say when he was married to Tori Hart, he would take him to the airport and things like that. So obviously, if you're friends with people, sometimes you let things slide. Okay, so if that's the case, he's going to give an explanation as to why Kevin Hart had to turn down Monique.
But back to Monique. The sister got to understand something. Well, that's the part I got to... You already know what it is, Monique. If Kevin said he'll help you, I'm sure his true intentions was to help you. But you want me to tell you why Kevin couldn't help you? You want me to tell you why Kevin, you said, and that's the last I heard of him. If you don't know, but I know you know. You and the brother, I don't know his name.
His real name?
I forgot his name.
I know you.
But the brother you married to,
yeah.
Y'all know why them people why Kevin couldn't pull it? Kevin can't help you because them people around Kevin who build his career refuse to let y'all come in and interfere with his good Hollywood name. Kevin is in Hollywood, homie.
She did say the name, right, of the guy that represents Kevin.
You finna make me say it. Becky. Phil know who I'm talking about. What's up with that berry punch, dog? The what a degree. Hey. Man, I'm finna get in trouble.
No.
The reason I'm not gonna get in trouble all the way is because I'm finna say some real shit.
Oh, that's the husband's name, Sydney.
Sydney, the brother Sydney. Y'all know why the Kevin couldn't do shit for y'all? Because Dave Becky threw his mother weight around and said Kevin Hart ain't got nothing to do with no mother Monique or none of the shit she coming with. That's what the big Caucasian male told the industry when y'all said, hey, Kevin said he gonna do this. They called Kevin people.
Watch out, this table's moving around a lot.
Kevin people was like, Kevin ain't got shit to do with none of that shit.
Now, this next part is going to be interesting. And I can't believe he admitted this, but play that clip.
I'll tell you how I know this man. Me and Kevin was like this, homie. I was on tour with Kevin. But Corey Holcomb come with a certain type of shit. Corey Holcomb come with a certain type of whatever you want to call it. When Kevin Hart filmed his first special, the same mother that told the people that Monique called, Kevin Hart don't want nothing to do with them. Them motherfuckers got me the away from Kevin Hart.
There you go.
Oh, mother, they signed me to an agency that put me on the road to get the away from their product they trying to turn into a household name. I put this on everything I love. Dirtbag motherfucker named Nate Smith called me. He was the road manager for Kevin at one time. He said, Corey, it's over. They ain't with you no more. They don't want you around. They don't want you around like that. Do you think I got mad?
You understand the game.
I was like, I understand. Little bro cracked the dough for a month. All I need is the dough cracked. And that motherfucker did more than crack the dough for me. That motherfucker cracked the dough, had me alongside him, even though I know I'm different. My energy is different than the energy Kevin Hart brings. Kevin Hart can be used as a household name. I will tell the supposed to be good people of Iowa, suck backwards. That's why they broke up me and Lil Bro, and I know you know this, Monique. So why you say, I ain't heard from him since? You ain't heard from him because them people who make sure Kevin Hart is doing big things ain't with you. It ain't Kevin Hart. Didn't he give you some money?
You've guessed it. Corey Holcomb is admitting that the same thing happened to him. He don't seem to be mad about it, but it happened to him. Why is that? Because, again, it's a corporate image. Monique and Corey Holcomb, according to Corey, it's too much of a risk. And what Monique is saying, well, you let this white man come in between me and you. And again, I can get as to how she's saying it. But if that's the guy that's making these decisions, and if he's not a person that is, let's say, independent like that, it's how it works. I'm not justifying it, but again, if he said he was going to do it, should have did it. But he said, listen, you can't touch Monique. Here's the skinny on this. Let me kind of get back to the bigger point. Monique said, you let a white guy make the call between me and you. Then here's the situation. Why don't we have the black guy in the business for the actors and actresses and comedians to work together? That's the bigger thing. See, and this is the part, and I got to be critical of black business people. You know, you find very few black people who are specializing in things like this that you can trust in these industries. So you have the people out there, Europeans, whites, Jews, or whatever. When you play around that industry, this is what happens. But I largely feel that it's unfortunate if he did promise her that he couldn't do it. But at the same time, if you're in an industry, let me just tell you a story. I was talking about doing something another country, making a pretty good deal. A person said, O'Shea, what you're trying to do, it makes sense. It was another project I was doing, nothing associated with YouTube. You do good work. The problem is, you and your colleague don't understand how business is done here. So your attitude towards people is, well, if you don't want to do it, then off. And what that's going to do is going to blackball you from things in the future. Although you're right that they don't want to do the business right. You're right that, but they're not going to look at it like that. They're going to look at your attitude and disposition towards what they're saying. And you have to be more focused on building relationships, even if the person is in the wrong. I said, wow. And unfortunately, that's how it goes. Being right kills you in industries. It's not fair. Being the person that's calling things out, going after folk who deserve it, the way that people look at it is that person's a problem. You can't touch them. It's not right. I get it. Or that person's too volatile. That person's a whistleblower. It's what it is. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Celebrity Junk. Before you do, screw the bell. We're out.